Imagine waking up in the middle of the night to a terrifying reality. Flames are closing in on everything you've worked hard for. The wildfires tearing through Los Angeles didn't just affect everyday citizens. They ravaged the homes of some of the most famous faces in Hollywood. These towering infernos left many with nothing but ash and memories. From the heartache of losing irreplaceable keepsakes to finding refuge in temporary shelters, here's a look at the stars who lost everything in the recent firestorm. Paris Hilton, a socialite known for her lavish lifestyle, was hit hard when the wildfires overtook her Malibu mansion. Her luxurious waterfront estate, estimated to be worth over $10 million, was reduced to rubble, and Paris had to flee in the middle of the night with her 5 Pomeranians. The heartbreaking footage of the scorched remains of her once beautiful home, now barely standing, was broadcast live. But the most devastating part? Watching it all unfold on TV, knowing she couldn't do anything to save her sanctuary. While Paris expressed immense relief that her pets and loved ones were safe, she remains displaced, unsure of when or if she'll ever return to her beloved Malibu. Anna Faris's $5 million mansion in Pacific Palisades, purchased shortly after her divorce from Chris Pratt, was another casualty of the fire. The elegant 4,000-square-foot property, complete with a pool and lush yard, is now nothing more than a memory. Aerial photographs show only the charred remains of the home, with leafless trees surrounding the area. Though Anna has not spoken out publicly about the devastation, neighbors have confirmed that she evacuated in time, with no sign of her car left behind. But even with her safety secured, the emotional toll of losing a home filled with so many personal memories cannot be underestimated. For Top Gun Maverick star Miles Teller and his wife Kelly, the dream home they had only recently acquired for $7.5 million has been completely destroyed. The stunning property, featuring a custom movie theater and home gym, was engulfed by the flames. Keeley shared a dramatic photo on Instagram of the blaze and urged people to help displaced animals. Despite their silence on the full extent of their loss, it's clear that their home is a total loss. The fire didn't just take their house, it took away their sense of security. Yet they remain hopeful, surrounded by loved ones, and resilient in the face of this tragedy. Eugene Levy, beloved for his roles in American Pie and Schitt's Creek, also faced the fire's wrath. His $3.9 million Pacific Palisades home, purchased in 2006, was destroyed. The modest 2-story residence, featuring 3 bedrooms and hillside views, was engulfed as Eugene got caught in traffic trying to evacuate. By the time he reached safety, all that remained of his home was a pile of ashes and debris where his front door once stood. Though Levy has kept quiet about the devastation, the images of his home's destruction speak volumes. Actor John Goodman's $4.6 million Pacific Palisades estate was another high-profile casualty of the wildfires. The spacious 5,250-square-foot home, with 5 bedrooms and 5 baths, is now unrecognizable, with satellite images showing twisted metal and charred beams. Though Goodman primarily resides in New Orleans and wasn't living in the home full-time, neighbors confirmed that the property is a total loss. The fire didn't care about the value of the house, it just destroyed it all. For legendary comedian Billy Crystal, the fire represented more than the loss of a house. His Pacific Palisades property, where he and his wife Janice had lived since 1979, was completely destroyed. Billy described their home as filled with love, a place where over 40 years of memories were made. The only thing left standing after the fire was the outdoor tennis court. As the flames ripped through their family haven, Billy and Janice lost the space that held so many personal moments. The comedian's statement resonated deeply with anyone who's ever lost a piece of their history. Every inch of our house was filled with love. Adam Brody and Leighton Meester, known for their roles on The OC and Gossip Girl respectively, were also forced to evacuate when the wildfires approached their Pacific Palisades home. Their $7 million estate, which they bought in 2019, was engulfed by flames. While the couple managed to escape safely, the images of their home being consumed by the fire were heartbreaking. Adam and Leighton, who had built a life there with their 2 daughters, are now faced with the challenge of rebuilding their lives from the ground up. Jen Atkin, the celebrity hairstylist who's worked with the Kardashians, found herself amid the disaster when her home was consumed by the flames. Jen shared a tearful video on Instagram, showing herself and her husband evacuating with their dog and lamenting the loss of their beautiful home. Jen's property, which had a value estimated between $2 to $5 million, is now nothing more than a memory. But as she shared, the most important thing is that she and her loved ones are safe. TV chef Sandra Lee faced the loss of her home in the Pacific Palisades when the wildfires tore through her neighborhood.
I don't have a home anymore. My house is gone. It's literally gone. I've been crying all night, all the last 5 years of my life.
Sandra took to Instagram, tearfully revealing that her house, filled with years of personal design touches and cherished keepsakes, was now reduced to cinders. While she is devastated by the destruction, Sandra expressed gratitude that her loved ones were safe, including her pets. She acknowledged how surreal it felt to see the place she'd poured so much heart and soul into simply disappear. Ricki Lake, the beloved TV personality, also had her dream home in Malibu destroyed. She shared an emotional post on Instagram, showing photos of happier times spent in the house she described as heaven on earth. While Ricki and her family are safe, the images of warped metal railings and charred walls are a stark reminder of what was lost. Even though her home is gone, Ricki remains optimistic and hopeful, praying for the neighbors and friends who also lost everything. These celebrities, much like the everyday heroes and survivors, have shown incredible resilience in the face of this unimaginable loss. The wildfires that tore through Los Angeles took more than just homes. They took memories, they took a sense of security. But as we've seen, the most important thing is that they're safe, and they remain united in their determination to rebuild. The tragedy of these fires is a powerful reminder of how quickly everything we take for granted can be taken away. As we reflect on these heart-wrenching stories, let's remember to support those who are rebuilding, whether they're famous or not. The fire may have taken their homes, but it hasn't taken their spirit.